All right, we're here with Randy Sexton. You guys are able to get Dmitry Kulikov signed. Pretty good day for the Panthers.
Oh, a great day for the Panthers. I think Dmitry is going to be a core part of our franchise going forward for several years to come. Still a young player, with the contract that we signed, we have 9 games to decide whether or not we keep him. He'll get an opportunity to play in those games, and we'll assess after those 9 games whether or not it makes sense to keep him for the full year. But clearly, whether he plays this year or not, he's going to be a cornerstone of our franchise for several years to come.
Randy, you looked kind of bleak as late as last night after the game. How did you get this done today?
Well, we just kept working at it. And there were several parties involved. Because there's no IIHF agreement, we have to rely on the agent, who did a very good job working with the KHL. And we've been working at this quietly for about 3 weeks now. And deadlines cause people to focus, and today was a deadline, and people got focused, and we were able to get things done.
How did, I assume Dmitry knows, how did he find out, and what was his reaction?
I haven't spoken to him. I was trying to get everything approved. But Copper, I think, did speak with him. Our PR director spoke to him. So I did speak to him after we signed the contract originally. He was pretty excited. And, he's a very mature young man, although the next step in his career will certainly challenge him like he's never been challenged before. We think he's up to it, certainly in the short term, and we'll see.
Yeah, that's the thing. But at least this gives you the flexibility. If you want to keep him and start the clock, as they say, you can. If you don't, but at least it's under your control and not someone else's.
Exactly. And, to the point I made earlier, we see him being part of our franchise for several years to come. And we've made a commitment, our ownership's made a commitment to sign our core players long term. He'll be part of the entry-level system, but fully expect 3 years from now we'll be standing here chatting about a long-term contract for this young man, because he's a wonderfully gifted player, he's an even finer human being, and we think he's going to make a great Panther for many years to come.
Where does this set you as far as you're going to keep him on the opening night roster? So
he'll be on our opening day roster. Whether or not he's in the lineup will really be up to Peter. But he'll certainly be one of the 7 defensemen that when we break camp and go back to start the regular season will be with us.
Does this mean that Jason's going back to Rochester and probably not going to sign Christian?
It doesn't mean anything. We've got lots of flexibility. We've got 24 spots here. We've got 23 when the season starts, and we've got 1 more preseason game, 2 regular season games, and we'll assess exactly where we are on both an injury front and a performance front after the game on Saturday.
All right.
Is there anything that you guys said or did to try to get the KHL has kind of been real firm about dragging their feet. Is there anything that really shifted things, or?
Well, there's a process you have to go through. We went through that process. We took the high road. I don't believe in doing anything but taking the high road. And at the end of the day, there may be some flack, if you will, but we think he's a wonderfully gifted player, and at the end of the day, we're prepared to go to battle for our players. I don't think there will be any, but there always could be. But most importantly, we've got a wonderful young player under contract for at least 3 years, and our fans are going to learn to love this guy. If he only plays 9 games this year, they'll love him next year. They'll more than love him.
Has the contract officially been approved yet?
It's the contract's been signed. It's been sent to the league. There's a registration process. The league has to review everything, and that typically takes 24 or 48 hours. So we don't see any reason why it wouldn't be registered. But ultimately, it's the league's decision, and we put ourselves in their hands.
Okay. Cool.